Hi, it's Miss Becky from Miss Becky's Musical Stories, and today we're going to read The Gingerbread Girl by Lisa Campbell Ernst. So we know about the gingerbread man, and we know about the gingerbread baby, and maybe you've heard about the gingerbread boy, but this is the gingerbread girl. And you can see that this gingerbread begins with the letter G. You may remember the sad story of the gingerbread boy. He ran away from the lonely old woman who baked him, as well as many other hungry characters. His dash through life was ended in one greedy gulp by a sly fox, pretending to help him cross a river. This is the story of his younger, wiser sister. Wiser. Well, that's a word. Wiser. I'm thinking maybe wiser means that maybe she'll know better. We'll see. A full year had passed since the lonely old woman and the lonely old man had lost their gingerbread boy to the devious fox. They were even lonelier than before. "Let's bake again," suggested the old man one morning. "But what if the same thing happens?" cried the old woman. "I couldn't bear the loss." So I'm thinking the old woman thinks that if she makes the gingerbread, that it will just get eaten up again like the last gingerbread man or boy. "Let's make a girl this time and decorate her with candies. Surely a sweet little girl wouldn't run away," answered the man. So they mixed up the dough, rolled it, and cut it out. They dressed it with as many candies as they could fit, completing the cookie with an amazing hairdo made of licorice whips. Here's the licorice whips right here. "She is sweet," gasped the woman as she slid the cookie sheet into the oven. Okay, so the cookie is going to go into the oven. I wonder if they're going to check it too soon, like the gingerbread man, or not. While the lonely old woman and the lonely old man stood watched by the oven, they talked, remembering their gingerbread boy's short life. He never should have run away. He never should have trusted that fox. As the new cookie baked, her mind woke up and she heard everything. You just see her waking up. Can you wink like that? She's looking around the oven. Sweet or not, she thought, things would be different this time. When it was time for the cookie to be done, the old woman carefully, ever so carefully, cracked open the oven door to peek. So she is in that oven. Bam! Oh, I see a bee. Bam! Out jumped the gingerbread cookie, running toward the door. The little old woman screamed, "Stop, stop!" And the little old man came running, but the cookie was already out the door and headed down the same path that her brother had traveled. "Here we go," whispered the gingerbread girl. The man and the woman chased after her, but she sang, "I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." There she goes. See her licorice hair? As the gingerbread girl dashed along the path, she came to a group of farmers working in the fields. The aroma of fresh baked gingerbread caught their attention. "Wait!" the hungry farmer shouted and began to run after the gingerbread girl. She laughed and called, "Hey, farmers, don't bother. Like my brother, I'm fast. Run all you want, but I've learned from his past. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." And you can see the word girl begins with a G, girl. So, let's see if she meets someone else. Further down the road, a pig came into view. As the gingerbread girl grew closer, her candy sparkled in the sunlight. The pig squealed with joy and tried to take a bite. Everybody try to take a bite. But the gingerbread girl was too fast. She leaped over him, singing, "I can leap past Piggy like all of the others. This story will not end like that of my brothers. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." Oh, so she's leaping right over the pig. Very close. Let's see. I don't know if he got her. Let's turn the page and see. I don't think so. Nope. On down the path, she came upon an artist. "A masterpiece good enough to eat," the artist whispered, and reached out to scoop up the gingerbread girl. With some fancy footwork, the gingerbread girl zipped past laughing. "I can outrun this artist like I outran the pig. I am a smart cookie despite this wild wig. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." And you can see he's the artist, and here are his paints. The paintbrush. Farther along, the gingerbread girl passed a cow with her calf. Here's the cow, and here's the calf. Who mooed happily, "Mama, I want a cookie to go with my milk." But when the cow tried to catch the gingerbread girl, she soon found herself running behind, listening to the gingerbread girl call, "Chase if you want, I'm faster than you. Although you have 4 feet, and I've only 2. She's still faster. Remember, we know that cows have 4 feet, but she's only got 2. "I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." Up ahead, a dog walker was crossing the path with 3 dogs. The dogs barked happily, seeing a tasty treat headed their way. But as the gingerbread girl sped past, the group was soon in line with others hearing, "You're joining the chase? The more the merrier, but no one can stop me, not hound nor terrier. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." And you can see the word girl right here. And you can see the first letter is G. Now, the path ran right past a school. The children were out for recess and feeling quite hungry. Shouts of "Cookie!" were heard across the playground. The gingerbread girl waved to them all as they joined the chase with her teachers, and she sang, "I know that it's snack time and you want a sweet. Come follow along and you'll soon have a treat. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." And you can see this is the playground, and these are the kids at school. But she's running past the kids, and let's see who she meets next. Finally, the gingerbread girl came to the same river her brother had tried to cross. Who should be waiting for her but that same devious fox? Oh, look at him licking his chops. "Hello, my pretty," crooned the fox. "I was a friend of your brother's. It looks like trouble runs in the family. Do you let me help you across the river? Just jump onto my tail." The gingerbread girl shivered, then sang in nearly a whisper. "Do I have your promise? For a safe ride to share? You won't drop me or eat me? That's all I implore." The fox chuckled. "I promise, my sweet little tidbit," and the gingerbread girl gingerly climbed on the fox's tail. She doesn't look that happy anymore. To me, it looks like she might be a little scared, because I see the fox looks very hungry. The instant the gingerbread girl climbed on the fox, dove into the water, ready for a fabulous feast. Oh no. "Ooh, the water is so deep." "Move to my back," he insisted, thinking this cute cookie was not just like her brother. Anyone could tell by looking at her that she may not get across the river. The gingerbread girl did what she was told. "That's a good little girl," the fox said with a snicker. "Oh my, the water is deeper. Now move on to my head." I'm thinking, if she moves onto his head, that's like kind of closer to his mouth. No sooner had he spoken those words than the gingerbread girl leaped to his head, pulled off a strand of her hair, and her leathery licorice hair, with the expertise of a ranch hand. So here she is on him, and the licorice hair was the candy. And she took one off, and look what she's doing. That's kind of clever to me. Looks like she's got him all wrapped up. With expertise of a ranch hand, she triple looped it around the fox's snout and tied it off with a half-hitch knot. "You're right," she whispered in the fox's ear. "I am good." The fox snarled and struggled and strained, thrashing about, but the gingerbread girl hung on, turning him back toward the crowd. Riding the fox like a bucking bronco, the gingerbread girl whizzed past singing. "He'll run and he'll run with a leap and a twirl. Come follow me. I'm the gingerbread girl." There's that word girl again with a G. Oh, whoa, looks like she's riding him. And I don't think that he's going to be able to eat her. If I'm looking at the page, she tied his nuzzle all up, or his snout. The awestruck crowd followed all the way back to the lonely old woman and the lonely old man's house. The gingerbread girl rode into the kitchen, secured the fox, jumped onto the table, and see, here she is right here. It's all the people that were chasing her. She measured and she mixed with a leap and a twirl, saying, "I'll bake you some more. I'm the gingerbread girl." The old woman and man quickly joined in to help, having a hungry, happy houseful to feed. From that moment on, of course, they were never lonely again. I guess they weren't lonely because the gingerbread girl did not get eaten. Let's see what the last page is. And what of the fox? The gingerbread girl was eventually able to teach him some manners, using the gingerbread crumbs for treats. Most days, you could see them riding across the countryside and hear a small voice drifting in the breeze. We'll run and we'll run with a leap and a twirl. I outfoxed the fox. I'm the gingerbread girl. The end. So it looks like the fox didn't eat her, but she's actually friends with him. And she tamed him to listen to her. So that was clever. And she was wiser than her brother. And that is the end of the story of the gingerbread girl.